Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we are going to present about a research paper.
The research paper is called The Study of Eschatology Among UNISA Students in Gadong Campus. My name is Muhammad Riz.Reizal bin Abdullah, 22B 1006, and here my friend is 22B 1005. We can call him Shami Aiman, and Izzatul Aiman, 22B 0902, is behind the camera. Our research paper is going to be about the study of eschatology among UNISA students in Gadong campus. So, you might be wondering, what is the meaning and what is the definition of eschatology? So, what I understand and what based on our research, eschatology is based on the knowledge of resurrection, future life, death, and the day of judgment, as well as hell and heaven, and along with the spirits. So in general, what is the importance of this study? Well, the importance of this study is to spread knowledge and remind people about the Islamic teaching to help them grow personally and contribute to the development of our nation. Teaching people about Islam helps them to understand the religion better and grasp a better understanding and recognize the accountability of their action. In other words, educating people about Islam is not only promotes a greater comprehension of religion, but also enhance the awareness of the concept of heaven and hell. This educational initiative serves a dual purpose, and it does not only provide insight into the tenets of Islam, but it also functions as a reminder that every action carries consequences and will be held accountable. The challenges, as you can see, the challenges that we face, the challenges that the student face is they are caught up with the material aspect of life, overlooking the spiritual dimension. That this tendency is intensified by unlimited access of social media, where students explore platforms that are greatly shape their views. The widespread of influence of this platform goes beyond just entertainment, as the student come across and imitate the idol, as you guys know right now is like Korean K-pop, who in certain instances who holds more influences rather than Rasulullah SAW. Hence, because of the unrestricted social media access, Western influence, and the impact of non-Muslim countries, they find it challenging to maintain the equilibrium between the spiritual principles and the preservation of the cultural tradition. The contribution of our paper is divided into two: self-development through Islamic teaching and the interconnected of self-development and divine guidance. For the self-development through Islamic teaching, as according to the Quran, in chapter 10, verse 9, it emphasized the connection between the faith, righteous deeds, and the divine guidance, and along with the self-improvement. Aligning personal growth with the Islamic principle leads to transformative processes with the eternal rewards. Whereas the second part of the contribution is the verse from the Quran underscores the enduring values of the aligning personal growth with personal principles, emphasizing the interconnected between self-development, obedience to divine commandments, and promise eternal blessing, which is what it means that what we do right now has a reward, is being rewarded, maybe not now, but in the hereafter. But that is a guarantee. And the holistic approach to self-improvement, fostering spiritual growth, highlighting the transformative power of aligning one's personal development with the teaching of Islam. Educating, whereas the third one is the purpose of our study. The first purpose is educating framework for life purposes. Well, the first one is the integration of Islamic teaching in the educational provides direction, meaning, tolerance, and effective communication skills. And the second is fostering emotional development, as it instills core values, promotes positive character traits, and encourage self-analysis for for moral behavior. The second purpose is holistic development and the moral character. The first one is emphasizing virtues and positive character traits. This educational approach act as a catalyst for personal growth, cultivating a positive moral character and encouraging the self-analysis. And lastly is by instill a sense of morality and ethical behavior. Students are motivated to uphold accountability for their actions, promoting not only academic excellence but also holistic development of individual with a strong moral compasses and a sense of purposes. Moving forward to our research objective. Our first research objective is to examine whether the second year and the third year in majoring in Islamic development, Islamic economics and finance, as well as Usuluddin at the Sultan Sharif Ali University at Gadong campus, whether they understand or not. The second is to study the level, the knowledge of each student regarding eschatology. And lastly is to analyze the importance of enhancing eschatology during university life and after university. And moving forward to our three research questions. The first question is, how does comprehension and understanding of eschatology enhance the fundamental skills necessary for students in self-development in majoring in Faculty of Islamic Development, Islamic Economics and Finance, and Usuluddin in Gadong campus in Sultan Sharif Ali University. The second is how effective the current module for each program in equipping students with fundamental skills in self-development, and in which specific areas are these programs be optimized for improved self-development among those majoring in those three faculties. And lastly, how might the results of this study focus on improving essential skills for students for self-development be effective utilizing in shaping curriculum development, volunteer initiative, forums and everyday activities within the Brunei educational context.
So moving on to the methodology. So our target is students majoring in faculties of Islamic Development, Islamic Economics and Finance, and Usuluddin at the Sultan Sharif Ali University, Gadong campus. And we target the second and third year students. And then the research methods. So our methods is qualitative methods, and the two methods of collecting data is survey and literature. The survey we use online Google form. Now the results and findings. So mostly year 2 contributed on the research by 68%, and then the second one is year 3 by 32%. So results and findings, the first one is understanding of eschatology that enhance the fundamental skills necessary for students in self-development. So the first one, the majority of the respondents are aware of the foundation and knowledge of eschatology. And then the second one is the three respondents groups of comprising faculties of Faculty of Islamic Development Management, Faculty of Islamic Economics and Finance, and Faculty of Usuluddin can grasp the basic understanding of the concept of eschatology. In contrast, respondents in their year 3 demonstrate a capacity to delve into a more profound understanding. Now the second one is effectiveness of current module for each program in equipping students with fundamental skills in self-development. So the first one, the majority of the respondents from the three faculties, majority of the respondents from the Faculty of Usuluddin express agreement that the existing program adequately provides the students with the essential knowledge. However, the case is different from the Faculties of Islamic Development Management and Faculties of Islamic Economics and Finance, as they would tend to disagree. And the second one is the respondents in general would acquire knowledge of eschatology during their primary and religious school education. And to enhance their knowledge, they would join NGOs that would provide knowledge about eschatology. For example, Belia Masjid Pusat Dawah Islamiyah, etc. And the third one of the results and findings is how can it be effectively utilized in shaping curriculum development, forums and everyday activities within the educational context of Brunei. So the first one, the majority of respondents are well aware that having knowledge about eschatology is relevant and high in demand in enriching curriculum development within the educational context of Brunei. The majority of respondents stated that the study's finding can moderately contribute to improving essential skills for students' self-development.
Moving on to the recommendations, these are some of the recommendations we encourage the university to implement in order to increase the students' knowledge on eschatology. The first one is to conduct debates among the students in the university, which this debate can let them acquire deeper comprehensions on Islamic eschatology. And debates also requires the student to delve onto various aspects of Islamic eschatology, including the key concept, the belief, the interpretations. And these debates requires the student to conduct extensive research on relevant texts and scholarly works. These debates would let them to exchange informations, as each student may have different views on Islamic eschatology. The second one is to encourage the students to attend religious talks, which helps in knowledge enhancements, as this talk provides an in-depth explanations on eschatology, and this talk would also expose the students to valuable insights, teaching and interpretations of religious texts, contributing to their overall knowledge while also clearing any confusions. The third one is to provide a platform for the students where they can publish their own articles or media. This platform would let the students to produce an interactive multimedia such as podcasts, audio, video, making it more engaging and accessible for students and reach to a broader audience. The last one is to provide activities relating to Islamic eschatology. These activities often includes a visit to Islamic centers and educational institutions, providing a first-hand experience where they can engage with the experts, practitioners who specialize in Islamic eschatological matters. Next one is the limitations. While conducting this study, we met some limitations which affect the result of this research. The first one is the time. We are met with time constraint, where we have to manage our own personal obligations and academic research. The student also have other academic commitments, assignments and projects, which leave limited time for an in-depth study, data collection and analysis. The second one is the limitation on resources. We doesn't manage to get a lot of resources, as students have other commitment occupied with responsibility. Originally, we want to conduct an interview, but due to the time constraint, we decided not to conduct the interview. The last one is the lack of participations from the students. This lack of participations may due to the lack of interest on the topics. Maybe the topic is not engaging or relevant to their programs. Lack of understanding on the topics may also not unmotivate them to fill in the research questionnaire. Lastly, the purpose of this research or studies is we just want to see whether the students are well equipped with the knowledge on Islamic eschatological matters, and based on our research, it shows that the students have a comprehensive understanding on these matters. So in conclusions, the study of of Eschatology among the UNISA students in Gadong campus offers the student a foundational frameworks for comprehending life purposes and significance. The integrations of this teaching provide not only a sense of direction but also a profound meaning to their existence. That's all from us. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.